They've also been, for nearly all of history, they had really bad internet. Like, they were the guys where DSL, I don't think, even existed until, like, maybe the mid-2000s. So they were all on modems and ISDN, etc.
Yeah, and we are getting underway already, and it's going to be Cure again for these two to face off on, which means that you'll go away from Cup knowing Cure, so that's at least something positive. But Spart1e gets a pretty decent start here, and of course Red Armor, the next big item coming up, he's got good position on it. That's a great bit of damage onto Luke. He should be quite the favourite to take this red, so Spart1e already has formulated quite an advantage right off the get-go, and he might even get a frag actually. Luke just gets completely pulled out. And he will indeed pick up that red. So Spart1e definitely off to a fantastic start. Mega is always quite annoying to take on this map. You have to be absolutely sure. It's kind of similar like DM4, if you want to make the same example again, the Mega on DM4. It's like you don't go for that unless you absolutely know. This is very similar because the position's so horribly exposed.
And that's the problem if you don't know the map, is that you can't make these situational decisions.
Yes.
Because you don't understand where your opponent will be relative to you when you can't see him.
Yeah, indeed. It's very, very tough if you don't have the map knowledge. And Spart1e, I don't know how much he's been practicing, especially maps like this, because he didn't go to QuakeCon, and that was kind of the reason to learn this map, was if you were kind of interested to go to QuakeCon, although we have been having it in every single Sunday Cup regardless.
I mean, I get the sense that a problem with this map as well is that when someone has the lead, then they really don't have to attack at all. All they can do is just move around, throw out spam and damage, and then just wait for the next item. Like, there's no impetus for them to create battles. Although actually, we get a kill here.
Yeah, actually, and you can see Luke abusing that very fact, how horrible the positioning is of those items. Spart1e took 2 rails as he went for the Mega. Oh, he's actually going to find Luke around the corner, but will go down to a crater. But yeah, you know, he found Spart1e with a couple rails as Spart1e was haphazardly just jumping towards that Mega, which was not safe at all to do.
Oh, look at this. Luke has actually given up the Mega, which is now going to spawn now. So, I mean, Spart1e might actually run away and just... Oh, no, Red Armor I meant rather. But
and he has got the next
I don't think he has the timing on it, though.
He should at least just be in the area and able to...
The problem is, I think Spart1e assumed that he took it, actually, so I think that's why he hasn't gone for it.
Here comes Spart1e on the corner, going to make his presence known by picking up the shards, and that's going to give away everything to Luke.
Oh, he dropped him down to the Red Armor.
That rocket as well, that Spart1e shot, delayed Luke just long enough that he could take the red before dying to Luke. So that was kind of a nice result despite how lucky he was.
But it was actually kind of a mistake that he rocketed the guy further towards the item that he then was able to take.
So this is
and now takes Mega as well.
Really bad for Spart1e all of a sudden, because it looks like Luke has a better understanding of the map, even though you'd say that Spart1e is by far a much better player, you know, however active or inactive he has been. But definitely Luke is making more correct plays, more informed plays as to how you are supposed to theoretically try to achieve certain objectives on this map. For example, to get back in the map, using the fact that the item pickers are so unsafe. Spart1e so far is being too... He hasn't been cautious enough. And there
I mean, Spart1e doesn't actually need to rush in here because he has like significantly better aim and fighting skills. So really, he can actually afford to be on the bad side of these and just out-aim him just gradually and build up opportunities to take items like that.
And Luke gave away a red there.
Yeah, that was a mistake to leave like that, because if he was going to give it up, he should have at least, like, because you trap them in that little pit, you can at least do a lot of rocket damage to them as they leave. So you can sort of nullify half of the armor at least if they take it.
And he also knew exactly where Spart1e was. Like, he just railed him.
The problem is, it looks like now he's playing to like protect his lead on the scoreboard, but if you give up major items like that, the lead's quickly going to disappear anyway.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, oh my god, I'm ahead against someone that I think is way better than me. Better stop playing carefully now I have the lead, because I'm not confident in my
the Mega health is up.
But yeah, he had a massive advantage. He could have...
So now Spart1e's going to take the Mega.
In theory, he could be on close to 200-200 right now. That's
no. The funny thing is, he's given up a chance to potentially die to Spart1e when he contested that red. But in doing so, he's given up all the items. And now basically, sure, he still has the lead on the scoreboard, but he actually could have... It probably would have been better to gamble, even if he had less chance, just to go up another frag if he makes it. Because otherwise, it feels like now, how does he get back in the game, even though he has a slight lead? Like, he's going to have a fight in a minute where he has the worst stack.
Yeah, he's definitely playing quite scared, and he's playing...
It's too early in the map to do that, though, that's the thing.
With a lack of awareness as well.
I mean, he only has the 3 frag lead.
He does pick up the red though, and Spart1e too late to the party there, and he's going to hit a lot of damage though. That exchange for Spart1e was actually really efficient, and he just barely managed to survive, and he's going to pick up the Mega for free as well. And Luke is still ahead, but 5 minutes remaining. This isn't going to last very long. I mean, as soon as he dies once...
Oh, that was clever though.
Wow. That trap actually works. Spart1e seemed to just... I don't know if he's...
He's just rushing.
Yeah, it's like he's not really showing respect at all. And I can understand that from one perspective, although you should never really play like that necessarily.
Well, the thing is, since Luke runs and hides so much, it makes Spart1e want to force dash you even more, because he feels like if I just get into a fight, I'm going to win the fight.
And he actually picks up another frag.
But amazingly, he's actually now in a bad spot. We were talking earlier about how he'd got back in a really favourable position without even having to get a kill, but now is where you actually could play the running game. But you have to get it perfectly right. I mean, he's going to get the meta.
He has to make sure that he doesn't mess up the fundamentals. And
Problem is he's going to die here.
Oh my god, the rail saves him again. He's actually hitting like a 65% rough, 13 to 20 shots, which is quite, like, that's quite nice to be hitting in the first.
I mean, this is now enough kills where if you just play corners and angles, you could win the game without forcing any more fights.
But equally, he has to make sure he doesn't give up something just because he wants to avoid a fight when he's clearly got a huge stack advantage.
Although, I think he probably will, though.
Yeah.
Just based on what we've seen so far.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's why I feel like he should be losing this game now, because the
thing is, though, we can't hear Spart1e on the map. Before, he was running around no matter what, whereas now he's actually started to try, because he knows Luke's just walking everywhere, so now he's having to do that himself to have a chance to catch him out of position, you know.
So Spart1e, we should switch to Spart1e's pub actually. If you hit the mouse one over there, we should be able to... Oh,
I don't have control over that sort of thing,
okay.
mate.
So...
Let's just imagine how he's playing.
We can imagine. He's actually... I can just...
So he's Swedish, he's like trying to just aim everything.
He's going to catch Luke in the back there. So this could be his first frag, but Luke...
Wow.
I mean, Luke is not someone that you're going to say, oh, he's got better execution than Spart1e. No.
He has caught Spart1e out of position so many times, though, so that's amazing. He actually got caught out there and didn't die somehow.
Yeah, like Luke is just turning around and just hitting shots, which, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are, that just happens. Like, sometimes you just hit the shots.
I mean, it looks like he's going to win this map right now, and Spart1e's going to be out already.
Looks like Spart1e's going to go out in the best of one phase for Luke from Ireland.
Where's he from again?
Luke IE. Again, these rockets are just kind of annihilating. It also seems like Spart1e isn't able to understand good.
Oh, here we go. There we go. That's why.
The wall.
Sorry, Luke. This was going to be the best victory of your life, but actually, you're just the internet won. You just got the assist, mate.
Yes. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, Luke
Spart1e's like, my brain being DDoSed. I make wrong moves. Oh, here we go. Time out. See, guys, can we please fix the internet so that in the last 2 minutes, Spart1e can win the game like 7-2 or something?
Oh, wow. So whilst they stop to discuss the issues of the war.
I mean, there's nothing you can do now, is it? It's too late in the map.
To be honest, really to be honest, Spart1e made a lot of mistakes. I mean, Luke did as well.
I mean, I could believe, by the way, that he was having internet problems, because there was a lot of fights where they were really close. I saw one where they were at the red armor, where it felt like there was like a 10-second period where Spart1e didn't even fire anything. Like he was switching between weapons and wasn't firing. And in that scenario, that's actually where I think Luke either killed him or pushed him away. And in that time, I thought like, oh, he's going to die for sure, because he's like trapped on a wall here. And instead, Spart1e like almost fired not at all. Whereas you expect him in those scenarios to be the one getting the better of it, you know. Yeah, and also his rail's been quite poor in this game, whereas that's what you think of when you think of Spart1e.
Yeah, he's only shot 8 rails. I mean, he's hit 4 of those, but still, I mean, he's only shot.
But I mean, that's how he could have got back in this game, you know, just pick up rail over and over, take shots from anywhere on the map. That's like Spart1e style of play.
And, you know, to be fair as well, like, you know, Spart1e did not really talk about it until he started to lose the game. So, I mean, that's really the kind of, that's the classic thing. It's like you can't really whine about something when you've already agreed.
Well, you can't, but that is like one of the national sports of being Swedish, is like whining. And I say that as someone from Britain where, you know, we could go for that gold medal every year, both countries, back and forth, you know.
But either way, unless Spart1e can make 4 frags in a minute and a half, which is possible in this map. It's kind of possible in this map. Unless he can do that, it's going to be him losing in the best of one phase against Luke of Ireland. And it's nice. I want to keep saying Ireland because it's nice.
Just keep going.
That there is someone from Ireland. Because I mean, the other player who's probably been the best ruler in the recent, maybe like decade even from Ireland is actually Chronic.
Okay.
But Chronic is he very much was kind of part of the UK crew, where it was like that level of play. Which, and when I say that level of play, I mean didn't really
He has
go
3 kills here. 2 to go in less than a minute. He has to run non-stop, unfortunately, so it's probably impossible.
He might be able to do it. Okay, let's see. Let's believe. Let's believe in the Swede. Spart1e, can he do it? Spart1e's always had amazing results at Quake Cons, actually. It's a shame he wasn't.
He's going to get this kill.
Or will he? There he goes through the teleporter. And you always have to guess when you come out of the teleporter. There is Luke. He goes down and no.
I mean, if I was actually Spart1e now, believe it or not,
my God.
what I would do is, aside from stuff like Mega and Red, I wouldn't pick up the other armors. I'd try to make as little sound as possible and just rush after the guy.
And he's got
there we go.
50 seconds. He finds Luke around the corner. He goes. He hits the rail. That one.
But Luke's double back after him, I think, too. So yeah.
He might be. Okay, where is Luke?
Yeah, he's out of time now, I think.
He's hiding near the red. Oh, yeah, he's out of time, unfortunately for Spart1e. But that was really weird. He, like, I guess both players kind of after the timeout. You have that situation where everyone kind of loses focus or of what was actually happening in the game, and then it's a kind of like a reset. And then Spart1e all of a sudden just started to hit everything. I don't know if he suddenly sorted out the warping issues or what happened there. But
yeah, he called the internet police.
I really don't know. Either way, we'll go to a break, guys. When we come back, we'll have more Quake live action here on FACEIT TV for the 8th Sunday Cup of the summer season. See you after this.